Most people walk into the shower believing the secret to staying healthy is simple: just wash everything. Scrub hard, rinse fast, and get on with the day. But what if that belief is actually draining your energy, weakening your immune system, and quietly reducing your long-term independence? It sounds almost unbelievable, but doctors, researchers, and real people living well into their 90s all agree. Your body doesn't need a full-body scrub every day. It needs focus. Not more effort, just smart effort. There are 6 body areas that decide whether you stay comfortable, avoid infections, maintain mobility, and preserve the kind of independence most people lose way too early. These areas aren't random. They're the places where bacteria gather fastest, where irritation appears first, and where small problems snowball into big ones. But here's the twist. When you clean these 6 spots consistently, you're doing much more than staying fresh. You're strengthening your immune defense, protecting your mobility, and reducing the risk of the everyday issues that send so many older adults into long-term care. This isn't a beauty routine. It's a longevity ritual, a 5-minute daily investment with decades of payoff. Let's begin with the area most people think they understand, but almost everyone overlooks. Underarms, the small area that shapes your immune defense. Your underarms might be one of the smallest parts of your body, but they carry an oversized responsibility. Hidden beneath the skin are clusters of sweat glands, hair follicles, and warm, humid spaces where bacteria multiply faster than most people realize. As we get older, something important changes. Skin becomes thinner, more fragile, and more easily irritated, meaning the underarms become a hot spot for issues most people never see coming. A quick rinse under running water isn't enough. Without daily, gentle washing, your underarms become the perfect environment for irritation, odor, and bacterial buildup that doesn't stay contained. It spreads. I once spoke with a man named Carl, 77 at the time. Arthritis made it hard for him to reach high, so he'd skip his underarms now and then, thinking it wasn't a big deal. It took just a couple weeks for redness, tenderness, and a persistent irritation to show up. A tiny problem turned into a chain reaction affecting his comfort, confidence, and even his sleep. The moment he returned to consistent underarm care, everything improved. Here's why this small habit matters so much. Clean underarms prevent bacteria from traveling across the torso. They reduce sweat acidity, limiting irritation. They help regulate temperature more effectively. They drastically reduce the risk of fungal overgrowth. They keep social interactions comfortable and stress-free. No harsh scrubbing needed, just warm water, a mild cleanser, and a few thoughtful seconds. But while underarms affect your confidence, the next area decides whether you stay independent. Feet, the foundation of mobility and long-term freedom. Your feet carry you through every chapter of your life, from your first steps to your last. Yet they are the most ignored part of the body during a shower, especially as people age. Ironically, they are the ones that need attention the most. After 60, small foot problems no longer stay small. A little dryness becomes a crack. A minor itch becomes a fungal infection. A bit of soreness becomes a balance issue that increases fall risk, and falls, as doctors constantly warn, lead to a loss of independence. This is why washing your feet daily is not cosmetic. It's preventive health care. I remember Helen, a 71-year-old neighbor who loved gardening. One summer, she noticed a slight itch between her toes. She assumed it would go away. Within weeks, she had a stubborn case of athlete's foot and toenail fungus that took months to treat. The cause? Moisture trapped between her toes, never washed or dried properly. When you clean your feet each day, something powerful happens. You remove dried sweat, bacteria, and dead skin. You prevent fungal growth where moisture hides. You boost circulation, helping your feet stay warm and responsive. You sharpen your balance by supporting healthy skin and nails. You drastically reduce the risk of slips due to irritation or soreness. And here's a surprising science-backed detail. People who care for their feet daily experience fewer mobility losses over time. Clean, healthy feet grip better in shoes, stay more flexible, and reduce inflammation. A gentle wash, especially between the toes, followed by careful drying, is one of the most powerful anti-aging habits you can develop. But clean feet won't protect you from the one area that causes more hidden irritation than anything else. The groin area, the most overlooked defense against daily irritation. If there's one area almost everyone avoids thinking about, let alone talking about, it's the groin. Yet this warm, moisture-rich region is where irritation, bacteria, and fungal issues explode fastest. And the truth is simple. If you skip washing here, problems show up quickly, and they don't stay contained. Skin folds trap sweat, hair follicles collect bacteria, and the natural warmth allows microorganisms to multiply at high speed. A quick rinse is rarely enough to break down the oils and residue that build up throughout the day. I once listened to George, now 82, reflect on a tough lesson he learned. He believed as long as he showered regularly, a quick rinse took care of everything. But one summer, a stubborn rash proved him wrong. It spread fast, caused days of discomfort, and took weeks to heal. Today, he never skips this area. He says it's the one change that transformed his daily comfort. Washing the groin area matters because it prevents rash and irritation from sweat and friction. It stops fungus from growing in dark, moist folds. It reduces odor caused by trapped bacteria. It lowers the risk of urinary irritation. It helps people who sit for long periods stay comfortable. Gentle washing only, no rough scrubbing, no overwhelming scents, no harsh products. If you want long-term comfort, dignity, and confidence, this area is non-negotiable. And speaking of confidence, the next area is the biggest reason people get sick, even when the rest of their hygiene is perfect. Hands, the delivery system for germs. Your hands are the most traveled, most exposed, most involved part of your entire body. They touch doorknobs, money, phones, faces, handles, countertops, and countless other surfaces throughout the day. And everything you touch stays on your hands. In a shower, most people wash their hands quickly as a side effect of washing everything else. But that's not enough. You need deliberate cleaning. Each finger, each nail, each hidden crease. Walter, 75, once told me he had one rule. Wash your hands like your health depends on it, because it does. During a tough flu season years ago, Walter stayed healthy while friends got knocked down for weeks. He credited one thing. He never skipped thorough hand washing, especially before bed. Here's why hand washing in the shower matters so much. It removes invisible bacteria and viruses. It protects your eyes, mouth, and nose from contamination. It prevents nail infections that are painful and slow to heal. It lowers the risk of seasonal sickness dramatically. It protects everyone in your home, not just you. Research continually shows that those who wash their hands well, especially older adults, experience fewer infections, fewer doctor visits, faster recoveries, stronger immunity over TI. The shower is the perfect time to clean deeply. Slow down for just a few seconds and your entire immune system benefits. But even spotless hands won't protect you from what gathers silently on your face every day. Why? Face, the shield that protects your senses. Your face does more than help the world recognize you. It's the entrance point for air, sight, taste, and expression. And throughout the day, it collects a surprising mix of sweat, oils, dust, pollen, and microscopic debris. A gentle daily wash keeps your face feeling fresh, but it also protects your eyes, nose, and mouth, the gateways where germs try to enter. As we age, the skin on the face thins, softens, and becomes more sensitive. That means gentle care matters more than ever. I remember Grace, in her late 70s, who struggled with ongoing redness around her cheeks and nose. Her doctor recommended one simple habit: a daily face wash with mild soap and lukewarm water. Within weeks, the irritation faded. Her skin looked healthier, and she felt more comfortable interacting with friends and family. Washing your face daily helps with preventing clogged pores and irritation, reducing risk of styes and eye discomfort, protecting the nose and mouth from bacterial buildup, improving overall skin health and comfort, supporting emotional confidence and self-esteem. Just a minute of gentle washing can make you look more awake, feel lighter, and breathe easier. But saving the most important area for last is intentional, because this next part shapes your health, dignity, and comfort more than anything else. Private areas, the safeguard that protects your dignity. This area gets the least attention and causes the biggest problems when ignored. Not because people don't care, but because they're tired, embarrassed, or simply assume a rinse is enough. But this area is sensitive, delicate, and constantly affected by heat, moisture, movement, and friction. When not washed daily, irritation builds fast, and irritation, when ignored, turns into infections or discomfort that can disrupt daily life more than almost anything else. Alice, 83, once admitted she used to skip washing here on days she felt exhausted. Within months, she found herself dealing with recurring discomfort that required multiple doctor visits. When she switched to a gentle daily wash with unscented cleanser and warm water, everything changed. Her skin stayed healthy, her confidence returned, and she felt more in control of her life. Here's why daily care here is crucial. Prevents irritation that can turn painful, reduces the chance of urinary discomfort, stops yeast overgrowth, keeps skin folds clean and healthy, supports confidence in social and intimate moments. Helps maintain long-term independence and comfort. No scrubbing, no harsh soaps, just a gentle, consistent wash. This is more than hygiene. It's an act of self-care, self-respect, and self-protection. A few minutes a day that give back year. When you step into the shower, you're not just cleaning your body, you're protecting your future. These 6 areas may seem small, but together they shape your comfort, mobility, immune strength, and long-term well-being. Aging well doesn't require complicated routines. It requires consistent care in the places that matter most. These 6 areas aren't a checklist, they're a daily promise. A promise to stay independent. A promise to stay confident. A promise to protect your dignity. Which of these surprised you the most? Which one will you pay closer attention to from now? On. Small choices shape long lives. And today, you just learned 6 of the most powerful ones.